All right.
All right.
You are ready to go.
All right, man. The first thing I want to do, man, is welcome everybody. If you're new to this, man, welcome to them people. Welcome to all the new people, man. Thanks for making all them changes this week. I know everybody went from one alliance to another. Some people went to this or that, but man, hey, welcome to the groups, man. Welcome for moving up. All that, man. I appreciate it. The other thing I want to do is talk about the first thing that's coming up for the people who have subs that are already using them. I got the first. Is everybody on the mentor page? Let's start with that.
Yes.
I hope everybody's there. But the first picture right there, that's from the Forsaken Council. This is the stuff that's coming up in the Foundry. It's going to be starting, I think, the 26th. It's going to do the Akuta, the Spectra, the Nighthawk, and the Tiger Shark. And the next slide down is exactly what come from Doom Rooster. So that's your rep for Battle Pirates, or the mod that talks to everybody. I'm going to read that to you guys because this is what's coming. So on Tuesday, the 26th, the skirmish line of the hulls will enter the Foundry. This includes
joined your channel.
This includes the Barracuda, the Spectre, the Nighthawk, and the Tiger Shark. The four are featured in the hulls of the skirmish line. So the major changes that's happening, they're going to reduce the time, the repair modifier for each of these subs, and it's going to increase the overall health of it. And I'll talk about what that means. But what I want to talk about is the next part, and it's when it says, and when these changes occur, the owned subs of these types will see an increase in their existing health, which will subsequently cause them ships to appear damaged in your dock. To clarify, no additional damage has actually occurred to your ships, but you can't launch them if they're half dead. So they're going to give you some tokens, basically is what this says, to repair your fleet. My suggestion to that, guys, is if you've got subs that are sitting in your storage area, get them out of your storage area, get them in your regular dock. This has happened to me. I've lost, I think it was 9 ships that I've counted.
User joined your channel.
If you want, take a screenshot of what you got in there, because these things will disappear. If they're invisible subs, man, get them on the water. If they are on the water, they won't take the damage when they make the change. It'll just come right in, I believe. But don't have anything in storage, guys. Pull them out if you got subs. So does everybody understand that, or do anybody want to talk about that?
No, that's definitely good to know, though, because I do have some in storage.
So if you got some old Kudas or some old Spectres, I'm talking to the people that's already got subs now. I know everybody don't, but if you do, get them out.
They're going to be a bit susceptible to attacking, aren't they?
The next part of the thing is a post by Kara Moore, One Eye Witch. She edited it. If everybody will click on that, it says R1 Mafia Mentorship Program Roster. If you'll click where it's in bold letters there, it opens it up. And it basically says who's a student and who's a junior, who's a senior mentor. I wanted to say a few things about this. This is basically, if you're not on here and you want to be if you want to be a mentoree, if you want to be a student, your name needs to be on this list, whether you have a junior or a senior mentor. This is what I want to try to get done. I don't want anybody to edit this except for the admins or me. But what I want to do is when you ask for that, I'm no longer going to post it on the Shrome page, the 001 page, or the R1 page. This is strictly going to be mentor stuff. I'm going to put it on the mentor page only. So if you want to be a mentor or you need a mentor, that's the only page you need to look at to find this information. So at the end of this class, if your name's not on here and you want to be a student, I want to get with you. If you want to be a junior or a senior mentor, even if you don't have one picked out, if you're just willing to do it, I need your names, and I want to put it at the bottom. If you scroll down, there used to be a spot, and I'll get that changed, but there used to be a spot where it said available mentors. But basically, I want to just put you in there as a junior or a senior mentor all the way down through here, and then I'll add students to it because what I'm finding out is nobody wants to step up. So I'm gonna, if people don't start stepping up, I'm gonna start picking people out to appoint them. I think we got another system that we're working on, the officers, a battle buddy type of situation. This could change in the near future, but if you want to be a student, I want your name. If you want to be a mentor, I want your name. So that's all I got to say about that. Let me back out of that. Any questions on that? Hello?
No, you're good, man.
No, go right ahead, man.
Okay, well, that's great. I figured I'd get some flack for all that.
All right, I'll give you flack if you want it.
I'll wait till after the class. You give me all you want.
That's just kidding.
All right, now I'm going to scroll down on the page there, and then class for 723. Basically,
User joined your channel.
I think it's starting out there. I got some slides there. If you click on the top left, it starts out. I got some stuff that is highlighted out on that page. If you just click that picture, and then what we're going to do is we're going to scroll through these pictures as I talk about them. So let me know when everybody gets that picture pulled up. Everybody there?
Yeah, I'm there.
So let me start off. This is a Reaver holdout, basically. This is what we're hitting right now to rank up our ships. What they're saying, this is going to be the next raid format. That's what I want to talk about tonight, is the next raid and subs that you might be needing, or we could talk about even surface ships that might be able to do these, but we're going to talk about subs tonight. This is something that came out about 3 to 4 weeks ago. They're talking about them here. So that basically that's what the next raid format, that's just like a little sneak peek that they give out about 4 weeks ago. The next slide, basic sub setups. This is a picture of all the subs that are going to be fairly relevant for this next raid. Those are all the specials that are going to be relevant for the next raid. The armor now has changed a little bit. We've got D2, 3, 4, and 5 out now. But basically them are the torpedoes. If you don't have a Siege B or them Z's or Sticks or Cherion, and you don't have one of these subs, you might be,
User joined your channel.
needing some serious help for this next raid. I'm just going to go through these real quick. The Spectra, I don't know if it's going to be any factor, basically, because they're kind of slow, but I wanted just to show a picture of what it was. This is a blank hull. We'll talk about some builds in a little bit, but it's basically got the cloak time to stay down. I just don't think that you're going to be able to turn around and get back out of there because the thing drives so slow.
Well, I do want to say one thing on that. You do want to look at the foundry. If you get these things in that foundry, and whatever that foundry does for these, they get 30 combat speed then.
Dang.
We might need to investigate that, but I think I seen that somewhere in that foundry thing. They're adding the Spectras, Hawks, Tigers, and Kudas to the foundry Tuesday.
Yeah, that's on the pictures. I posted a few scrolls down.
Okay.
Showing that.
Well, carry on, Hornet.
Yeah, I saw that. No, I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to blow through these real quick. The next one was the Barracuda. I think that everybody should probably have these, or, be able to achieve to get these. I'm not real sure, but that's the Barracuda. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about them at all. I just wanted to point out what subs were going to be relevant. The next one's the Nighthawk. And the next one's the Banshee. I don't know if it's going to be relevant or not. Like I said, I don't know. All I've got is Nighthawks and Tigers, so I don't know anything about the Banshees or what they are, but I know that they stay down a long time.
Yeah, I was going to say, the key to the Banshee is that it will stay down a long time. It's of course, rivals the Ghost Crawler, or the Ghost Crawler doesn't come up, but it stays down twice as long as a lot of
90.
147 is what mine stay down.
With that bad 3.
Yeah, so these things will be kicking ass too. So the next slide's a tiger shark, and I didn't want to spend too much time here, but I did want to talk about what it has above a lot of the others, and that's the damage and the DPS that it puts out. I'm not real sure what this remote targeting evade means. I've never seen it work on there, and if it does, I don't know exactly what it does. So, like I said, these are all going to be in the Foundry. This stuff's all going to change. When I did these slides, the Foundries, didn't have any pictures of it, or they hadn't produced any yet. So, I'll just whip through that real quick. The next one, I just scrolled down on it to show the rest of the stuff. What its repair time is, it's an hour and 55 minutes by itself, a blank hole. So I'm hoping when they change this modifier that comes down quite a bit. The submerged effects is something else that's pretty cool on this. The combat speed is plus 20. So this is just like the Nighthawk, man. When it pops up, it's slow. So these targets are going to be tough to get out of, I think. And then I took a picture of the Ghost Crawler, and I definitely don't have one of them. But this could be something that's pretty cool in that raid too. If you can get in and get out, and if it never surfaces, then all you got to do is not be seen and let it kill.
I can't believe the weapon slots on that damn thing. First time I've seen it.
Yeah, that's crazy. So then the next slide there is, this is my builds. This is what I got going on. I'll share them with you. This is my one tiger shark. I actually built this for my base. When I'm online and I know we're in battle mode, I put this in my base. It's got 10 scatters on it. At this point, it's a skull. It wasn't when I got this, but it's skulled now. That's my build, and I tore up a lot of boats coming into my base with this. So I don't know if anybody could build it any better if they wanted to do an all scatter. But that's my build. The next one is my second boat. I've got 3 of these built. I'm building one more. It's going to look, like I think I got a picture of it, but this has got the Styx torpedo on it. I don't have the cherry on, or that's what I'd have. It hits a little harder, but that's my build for that. Anybody got something to say about that one?
I think the Styx in the end actually does more damage. It just takes longer because it's a corrosive damage, where the Charon is just bam, when it hits, there's the damage.
Absolutely. I like both torpedoes for that reason, but the Charon does hit harder, and especially when you're in a battle mode or something, the Charon's nice. But now where the Styx I think's nice is if you're in a little longer battle, like in your base guard or not really, or even in this raid, I think the Styx will be fine because they will cause damage to that target until the dot damage is over.
Also, I believe the Styx adds turn speed.
Yeah, and you need all that you can get with these. And then the next picture is the build that I have going now. This is my 4th tiger shark that I'm building now. I put this Z cannon on there for 5% combat speed. I'm not counting on it to do anything, but if I got to take out an oil spot, and my subs are coming up, maybe that'll fire off or something, or I don't know, it may do something. I was just looking for the extra speed, but this is what I'm currently building. The other ships that you see me build, except for the one with the scatter guns, are going to be built just like this before the next raid. So I'm going to have 6 Styx torpedoes on there, 2 scatter guns, and I'm going to have that cannon because I can fit it on there with weight. You can see that tiger shark is maxed out on weight. But that's the way I'm going to build them all, and I think I'll put that hydraulic resistor on them. Actually, will still fit that. Well, maybe not. I think I get the turn speed with that. That's why I put the speed 5 on there, where the hydraulic resistor doesn't give you the turn.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
I thought I read that for the raid, your subs are going to want at least the D3S, because the D3 and up have an explosive defense on it, and the targets are going to be shooting explosive stuff at you.
Yeah, the thing about the new raid format is that you're going to take damage in this and never even be seen, possibly. When you kill a ship, it explodes and you start taking damage. So, like I said, I started, this is, I don't know if you guys can see it, that's 16 days, 21 hours is what's still left on that when I took this picture. And I can tell you this was a 22-day build right here, just this tiger shark right here that you're seeing. So, man, if you ain't got them building, man, you better get them building because they are a long build.
Yes, they are a very long build, and currently, at least until they get them in the foundry and stuff, the repair time on it is a little extensive too.
Yeah, it's ugly. I hate to see my subs go down, but I do sacrifice them, man, because it's what the team needs. And the next slide, I just pulled it down a little bit more just to show you the rest of the stats on it. The cloak time on that was 86.6, and the cloak efficiency at this time is 88. And I'll talk about all the retros and stuff that goes with this stuff real quick. I just want to point this out for the people who, this is directly the subs, directly the specials that deal with subs, the motors that deal with subs, that kind of thing. I just want to point out what's available for the sub on these slides. So the next one, like I was talking about, the best torpedoes, if you don't have Assault Bs at least, they're the longest range, and that's what I'm talking about is range. They're 78. I don't know if you could do this raid with a Predator or a whatever that other
Stalker.
Yeah, the Stalker. If you, I don't know if you'll be able to get it done with them type of subs. The next one was the Styx. Man, like I said, this is what I got. I love it. It's great. And the next one was the Cherion. If you wanted to look at the damage, which I didn't really get a good picture of the dot damage or what that does on there, but the damage was 361 on the Styx and 1,143 on the Cherion, but that's direct hit, where the other one's got that dot damage for the radioactive stuff.
Corrosive, I think.
Yeah, corrosive. The next special that I got is a battery. We got someone's have something to say?
Not good.
The next one's the battery. This is a researchable stuff for your research tech. It's still used today. It's still one of the best specials for your boats. This gives you cloak time, and cloak time means downtime in the water. So, and then I wanted to talk about what the next special is, and it's the Caterpillar Drive. This gives cloak efficiency. This basically, before they come out with thermal, it was just sonar, and this worked against sonar, not against thermal. Another researchable deal. I think everybody should have Caterpillar 3. And Concussive Warhead 3. This is another researched item. This is still what I use on my subs. At this time, I didn't have Strike Warheads, I think it was, or Strike System. Whatever, no, Strike Warheads. I can't remember what. Warhead. And I think I got a picture of it a couple slides down, but the next slide was Stealth Attack System. I put 4 on here. There's 1 through 4 that's available. What I've seen people's builds that when this is ranked up to R15, that this is the way to go when you build a sub. You can see my rank's only at 9 on this. I think I've got it at 11 now. That's what I've been retroing. I'm trying to have my subs ready to go because I want to be able to help people, and this is something that I've had subs for a long time. I build them in between my other builds when I do find time. I mean, 22 days is a long time for me to build a sub. 3 were working great. I think with the one that I built with scatter guns, I'm going to need that third one with torps to do the raid. So I'll have 4 with that scatter gun.
Something to remember too, since you're talking about retrofitting, your compound engine systems, the Magnus drives, the speed systems, all of that, if you can get that retrofitted up, that is going to make a big difference on your speed as well.
Yeah, absolutely. The next blueprint was Magnus Drive 2, and exactly what he was talking about. If you guys look at my rank right there, it is R15. That's all the engines. Speed system 1 through 5. Both Magnus drives. Man, this takes care of everything. So you get that to R15, you're moving as fast as you can move without the R&D.
Yeah.
Question.
Shoot.
R&D, what was that?
R&D is like without added things like speed upgrade or, weapons that add combat speed.
Oh, okay.
My question is, which would you suggest, the Magnus drive or the Caterpillar? I've heard mixed things on both.
Well, I think if your Magnus drive is retroed up to R15, you're going to get the best, and you can see right there that it's going to give you 60 cloak efficiency. So you can check that against your battery, I think it was battery that gave you that cloak efficiency. Oh no, dang it! Caterpillar drive. I don't have mine ranked up to R15, so I can't do the comparison of the cloak efficiency. But really, you're going against thermal a lot, guys. I mean, it probably put an end to all the cloak efficiency, or what, I mean, if you get thermal out there, you're in there with a Frosty at 90, it's going to see you at 90 no matter what this cloak efficiency is.
You're going to need the speed to get out of range of the ships before you surface. I highly recommend the Magnus Drive 1 or 2 because they are faster than the engines, the regular speed systems.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
The other thing with these Cherions and the Styx Torps, man, they're heavy. So when you stick this Magnus Drive on there, I couldn't do that build that I showed you that I'm building now with the Magnus Drive. I had to go with the Cat and the battery to do it. But I was really hoping for the turn speed. That the one thing that the Magnus Drive doesn't give your subs is turn speed. So it really hurts them if you're trying to turn them. I got my Nighthawks, they got Magnus 1 on them, and I tell you what, they're hard to turn. You can drive them in there good and fast, but man, when you're trying to turn and evade and get them to kite the people when you're trying to hit them, I've actually learned to split my fleet and go out in 2 circles and come back around on them instead of just try to turn the whole fleet because it's so slow. And then the next special is that Strike Warheads, which I've got it now. And I've also got it ranked to R15. This is something that I've also put on my Revenges. I use this special on there for the concussive damage. It's an awesome thing. I should have put this on my subs because this is going to give you concussive damage, but I don't think I'm going to need the damage side on the raid. Really, I need to be able to turn and move. And then the next slide was Zenilite Armor D2E. I think they've come out with the 3, 4, and 5 now. I didn't get a picture of them because I did these prior to this week's, so I did these on Monday. I tried to get all the slides gathered up on Monday. The D2E, and then the Retrofit Lab. Is the next slide. I just want to take a quick little picture of them right there, show you that it's in the Retrofit Lab. Each one of these torpedoes have different retros. So if you've got Assault Bs, then you need to be working on the Assault torpedoes. You can see that my Bs are at R4. Then my Scourge torpedoes right here, they're at R11. So I've got these are going to R15 right now. That's what I'm waiting on. So I wanted to have them the best that they could be. Retro and rank is key in this game, also on top of range, speed, and evade. And then I got a slide of the Scourge Scatterguns. I'm sure everybody has heard of them. If you've done the last few raids, any of the guys that's got subs built or these Tigers that they'll go on, they're awesome. There's the research. I'm just going through the researches now. It's at max rank, my Hunter Special. And there's the armor research. That armor research now has got the D3, 4, and 5 in it. So if you're already at R15, you're already there. So kudos to you guys. Mine's just at R4.
Higher than mine right now.
So that's the end of them slides. I know I'm kind of busting through here real quick, but I want to try to save room at the end to talk about builds, talk about what's going to work, what's not going to work. So is the Hellspawn on? Did he make it?
I didn't see him earlier. I'm not seeing him in there.
So Paul does some really cool stuff. Blood, did you get a chance to look this over?
Yeah, I looked it over a bit. It's mainly comparisons of the different, and well, hell, I'll just do it.
That's what I was going to say. See if you wanted to do it. I didn't know if you had time to look it over or talk about it.
I looked it over some. I think I can get through this fairly easy.
Right on, brother. It's all yours.
All right, y'all want to click on that top left picture there. Nice, pretty cool looking picture of a Nighthawk. Go on to the second slide. This is showing a lot of the main torpedoes that are going to be useful in this game, the ones that have the most benefit to you. We've been talking about them, you know, the Styx, the Charon. The D65Z is a siege torpedo, 63B is assault, 63V is assault, 61T, I can't remember what they call those, Vortex or something. This is just a comparison so you can see the ranges, and don't forget, some of these torpedoes, they have a minimum range too. You know, if the ship gets over top of you or something, you're not firing. Let's move on to the next. Over here is your speed system and Magnus drive comparisons. And they've made some adjustments, like when Magnus drive first came out, you know, you lost 10% accuracy. Well, Magnus Drive 2 came out, you only lose 5, and you get a substantial increase in your combat speed and map speed. Cloak efficiency also went up. Speed systems, the big difference is going to be is you're going to have a lot more turn speed, but your top speed is going to come from your Magnus drives. So it's a catch-22. You can turn quick, but you're not going to move away as fast as you would with the Magnus drives. And then, of course, a speed upgrade for anybody that has that. It hasn't been offered for some time, so I'm not sure who all has it. Moving on to some of the specials. Let's see here. The Nautilus battery, the Caterpillar drive, concussion warhead. These are all items that are researchable. They're in your labs. You move on past that, you've got the stealth attack systems. A lot of you should have it. I think that's been in the weeklies. Also, the strike war, which, you know, that does your cloak time and damage as well. It kind of allows you to free up a special slot, so maybe you can add like the speed upgrade or sonic. Sonic targeting. I'm sorry. Then there's also the concussive upgrade. That was also a special. I don't think that's been offered for a while. Some of you may have it, some of you may not. And then I think most people know about the strike warheads. Hornet just covered those a little bit ago. The builds he posted, I think these are just some possible builds you can do, something to look at. Like this first one here, I mean, wow. Combat speed 33.93. And then sub combat speed 40. I'm assuming that means dived. When it's underwater, it's at 40, which is freaking awesome. Let's see. Yeah, there's the damage. Your damage, you know, you're looking at 23,500 damage per hit. The only thing that'll probably change now that they've got different armors out, everybody's probably going to be adjusting their armors, and some of your stats might change, but your damage and your speed are highly important. The next one here is showing the difference using a speed system with a Caterpillar drive. You know, that dropped the combat speed down to 27.5, but your turn speed is clear up to, you know, 49, where previously it was down at 35. It also increases your evade. Having the speed systems on there, that does help, but then again, as we were saying, you're not going to have that top speed when you're getting ready to surface if you need to get away from the ships. This one here has I believe those are the siege torpedoes, the D55Z or something. Again, a pretty good amount of damage there, 21,700. With apparently includes radioactive damage. Excuse me. You're looking at a sub-combat speed of, wow, 50. That's nice. Combat speed of 41. But then you got to look again too. Your turn speed's a bit lower. It's down at 35. And your evade has dropped when you're using the Magnus drive. You don't get that evade bonus you do from the actual speed systems.
Yeah, I think the range on them torps are a little shorter too, so I think they're like 76. It doesn't show that, I don't think.
Yes, it does. 71.
Okay.
Yeah,
Top
there
right.
it is. Yeah, 71. Yeah, your range for some of these torps is going to be a little shorter. I think their reload, I'd have to double check it, but I think their reload time is a little faster though. And I think we got to move to some more slides here. Oh, well, maybe we're on to Bone, you in there?
Yeah, I'm here.
You want to talk about these ones real quick that you put in from the council?
Well, just want to say that don't bother in retrofitting any more subs at this point. They're all going up automatically up to the highest tier in the retrofit. The Banshee and the Barracuda, both the speeds are being upgraded up to 30 if you get them up to R6. Or at least,
So slow.
yeah, if you get them up to the maximum in the Foundry, you'll get it at 30 speed. Turn speeds being increased. On the Nighthawk and on the Tiger, since they get the extra 20% speed when they're subsurface, those speeds are only upgraded up to 20 and 25 respectively. And they're all getting a boost in assault DPS, as in the Barracuda is getting a boost of 108 assault DPS at the maximum level in the Foundry. The Spectre is getting a boost up to it's going.
Hit some
User
cargos.
joined your channel.
Refresh yourself on how to drive, because we're going to have to drive these subs something fierce to be able to, do this next raid. And if we're going to be helping people, it's just going to be less damage. So hopefully this repair modifier comes through where it's not going to cost so much. Because the damage that I seen on the preview was just insane. I was like, so that's what I wanted to talk about. Some builds. I didn't actually put any on here, but I will talk about them tonight when we're done going through these. Do you have any more, Bone?
No, that's all the slides I have. I'd say the CUDA used to be at 400%, but once it gets reduced to 100, it should be around 8-minute repair for an empty hull. Spectre should be around 16, Nighthawk 23, and the Tiger at 39. So those should be the repair times in minutes for an empty hull. The Banshee is up at 4 hours repair, and normally it will be reduced to about 80. Ghost Hawk and Ghost Crawlers is remaining the same. So yeah, the repair time is going to be reduced a lot in raid time. CUDA should be at 4-minute repair for an empty hull, but of course when you add the weapons and armor, it's not going to be instant repair anymore.
So the one thing that they were going to change is you're not going to be able to, hold on a second, got my kids coming in.
You're not going to be able to phantom them around.
Yeah, you're not going to be able to zombie these holes
User
anymore.
joined your channel.
But the thing about it is with the reduced repair on them, I think you're going to be seeing a lot more sub battles happening now than you ever did before. I mean, I know people zombied them a lot, but now they're just going to be able to repair them, cheaply and be able to bring them right back out of full fleet. So
Well, and they're also gaining health. That's the part where they were talking about the repair and giving you tokens to repair them, because they're going to be stronger. They're going to be, I think, quite a bit stronger. Plus, with your options of the new armors to put on there, I mean, subs are going to be 10,000, 15,000 health now.
Yeah, they'll be able to take quite a few hits.
Sorry about that, guys. My family just walked in the door.
It's all good. Family first.
But other than that, so if anybody wants to hash out a build, or if anybody wants to talk about the mentor class, or anything you guys want to talk about, man, I've got all night to do it. So feel free.
So subs are going to be available through the Foundry now?
Well,
From
to
Tuesday.
upgrade them, yeah.
Okay, that's good, because all I got is the first researchable sub.
Good old Preds.
What is coming up, though, is there's a raid hole that's getting ready to come up. And it'll be before this. I think the next raid, I believe, is a raid hole or a whole raid, right? So
yes, the next.
Go ahead.
The next raid is a whole raid, and for people like you, Tex, you're going to need to redeem a sub. And I mean, start building it immediately. Because you probably won't be ready for the September raid, but you could probably get them ready for the October raid.
But if you don't know what looks and all that, you don't need to bother to.
What was that, Bud?
The armor that's in the weekly, is that good for the subs?
It's 4 subs.
All right.
I mean, I turn around and I put it on anything above a Tiger Shark. I put it on my Tiger Shark, my Phantom, and my Ghost Crawler. And it does bring those armor points up.
Okay, so here's probably what all of us that don't have subs are thinking. Which one should we go for to be able to have built by the September raid? Should we go Nighthawks? What's the build time on those? Are they going to be any good compared to, people who don't coin that, that get the Tiger Sharks? Everybody wants Tiger Sharks, but not everybody can get them.
Well, I think you're right there, and I think if you can't get Tiger Sharks and or you don't want to mess with the build, obviously the lower the sub, the lower the build. And I'm going to say Tiger Sharks, then Nighthawks. I'm not sure about Kudas and Spectres on their build times, but I bet you they're comparable. And then, of course, the researchable stuff. I kind of think with the Foundry that a Spectre might be a useful thing. They're going to give it the speed it needs. Not to say it's enough speed, but they're going to give it some speed, 30 instead of the 16 it has now or whatever. And I have a set of Nighthawk or a set of Spectres in my little base, and I think they were like 3 or 4 days a piece to build. Kudas are 2.5. So
they take forever to repair.
Yeah, so I'm thinking for a lower player, it's going to be the Spectres and or Kudas. Mid player, Hawks. Someone like you, Mr. B, I consider you a higher level. I mean, you do throw some coins at the game. If you're able to throw some coins at the game, obviously I would do the Tigers.
I hate subs.
You're going to get to love them, I promise you. And I hated them too. In fact, everybody, when I was younger, build the specs, build the specs, build the specs. I never built specs on NoLube. I have never built specs on that account, ever. Nor have I ever built Kudas. I don't have a set of Kudas. Never. The first sub I built on my big base was Hawks. Because I didn't like subs. But then when I built that set of Hawks, I became a sub lover. And I do like other things. Base hitting is my favorite. Then I like FEF, but I'm really enjoying the sub battle. And of course, with the Ghost Crawler, it's even made it more fun for me. And I know Mojo probably feels the same. And anybody else that has that Ghost Crawler.
Somebody in Mojo's base right now. Sorry.
That Warlock, they've been at it all night.
I was going to say right now the build time on a Spectre is 1 day and 2 hours, 11 minutes.
How come nobody wants to hit my base?
Because you're mean and nasty.
I've seen your ships in action, 666. I wouldn't want to hit your base.
It's because you don't leave no milk and cookies for them.
I'll hit your base. I don't care.
Well, real quick, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. Definitely thanks everybody showing up to this class. Hornet, Blood Drinker, Bone, and then with Hellspawn, he was here. All four of you guys did a hell of a job on your presentation. Blood Drinker, thanks for giving Hellspawn's presentation. I think you did a great job, and just thank you guys for being here. I think this is a good learning tool. You know, obviously there's been questions, and there's going to be more questions. I'm just going to end the recording, but if you want to watch all this again, this will be posted probably by tomorrow. And once again, thank you for coming.
Awesome job, guys.
We're done.
Hoorah.